Welcome everybody in video land. Today I want to talk to you about something that thoughts. We can't make anybody happy, it seems like, can we, sometimes? And I'll tell you an example of what I mean. I'm going to use a donkey and a man and a boy. Can you imagine? I want to set this scenario up for you so you can understand what I'm talking about, thoughts. How we cannot make everybody happy, and everybody has a different belief or a different idea about anything. There was a man that had a donkey, and he had a son, and they were going to go to town. And he put his boy upon the donkey, and he was leading the donkey, and the donkey was walking, and the crowds of people saying, "My goodness gracious, what is that old man putting that boy on that donkey when he should be on that donkey?" And he heard that. So he thought about that and he pondered. And he thought, well, they may be right. So instead he gets down and he puts himself on the donkey, and the boy's leading the donkey now through a town. And he heard the crowds go, "What's that little boy doing on a donkey when that old man's walking?" And he pondered about that and he says, well, I just heard about that and I tried to make them happy. And I did what they wanted, and now I hear something different. So he decides that neither one of them will be on that donkey. Well, no, he decides that both of them will ride that donkey together. So they go through town, and he's thinking as he's pleasing everybody. And then he hears the people say to him, "My goodness gracious, what's both of them riding on that little donkey? That's too much weight." And he says, "I made them happy by putting the little boy and myself on the donkey, and then I can't make them happy that both of us are on a donkey and I had too much weight? Maybe they're right. Maybe I shall not ride the donkey at all." So he goes through town, the little boy's hanging on to his hand, the old man's walking with the donkey, and they're going through town, and you know what he's hearing now? Why ain't they riding that donkey? Thoughts, people, reactions, opinions. Everybody has them, don't they? In Proverbs 4:23 in the King James Version, "Keep your heart with all vigilance, for out of them is issues of life." What are the issues of life that they had to go through? Was that thoughts? No matter it was. Thoughts become things. As we know that thoughts can hold many things. It says in Isaiah, it's 55:8, it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord." Why do you think the Lord was saying it that way? Because he's preparing us for everything that we have with thoughts. He's saying no thought's going to be perfect. They're all going to be different. As we heard from the sermon about the donkey. Now, the man woke up in good harmony going on a trip, and he didn't expect any of this coming to him. But the thought had an energy signature to it. How do you think that it was attracting to the donkey, or do you think it was attracting to the man? It absolutely was, because he was waking up in the light of Christ, in the white light, having a good day, probably made his bacon, and he probably was eating it and enjoying it. And then he thought he's going to start out in a good way. So he gets himself and he puts this boy and says, "Father," can he say, "Grandfather, can I go with you?" And he puts his boy upon the grandson on the donkey and leads him out astray, thinking that he's going to have an awesome day. But what did he hear? Whispers, gossip, rumors, thoughts. They were being created with those thoughts. Okay. So what did it do to him? It made him question his presence, the light of him, of what he stands for, what he had that day, what he woke up for. Made him question it with just a thought. Because that thought had a reaction of what was put out. Can you imagine that old man? Why is he doing that? So it made him question his ability. It made him question his ability 4 different times. Just by a thought. And like I said in Isaiah, "For many thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are they my ways, or your ways." So what did that man have to do with that donkey? I tell you that I think he needed to keep within his faith and his light and say, hey, you may not agree with me, or you may just have to disagree with me, but I am doing whatever I'm doing. I'm on a task. What was his task? He forgot his task. He woke up that morning maybe to go to Jerusalem, or he's gone to another major city where he had to go to the synagogue and pray. Maybe that's what his intent was. We'll just leave that like that, because he's riding a donkey. And it was Jesus' time frame. We'll just go that way. We'll set the picture up that way. Instead of, it threw him off that task by those gossip and those words. He didn't stay in his presence. He didn't stay in the light of what he had to go. He had to just go through town. All he had to do is just to put the blinders on, focus on, I am the sovereign being of me. I need to stay on my task, and no matter what they say to me, I just got to do it, because whatever I do, nobody's going to believe in me. Jesus went through that. Jesus went through so much more than this disgrace, and so did our founding father Bunker, when they kept saying, it's not going to work. He's going to be, his whole business is going to go to hay in a handbasket. You give it, I want to give it 2 weeks. There's going to be nothing. He's going to have a job. His job's going to be ruined. He's never going to become anything. If Bunker or Jesus Christ, for that matter, think about what he started out, a new religion. And he says a prophet is not welcome in his hometown for a reason, because of those thoughts. Because people cannot welcome your heart of what you want to create. Including me in Jackson, to start a new church in Jackson, I probably would have been shunned. But here, I'm different, ain't I? Mm-hmm. Your prophet is not welcome in his hometown, and neither was Jesus. Look what they said about him. But Jesus didn't stay off his task. He was teaching us by example. These thoughts didn't affect him. The thoughts did not affect our founding father, and the thoughts better not affect you no longer. Because you are sovereign beings. You have the Christ light within you. Stay on task. The dark energy is the negative energy of what the spews of going around, what people say about you. Throw it away. Put that coat of armor on and say, I am a sovereign being. I have a purpose in life, and my purpose is to wake up in the morning. I'm going to stay on task, and I'm going to go to Jerusalem with my grandson, and I'm going to have a grand time. I'm going to enjoy myself, and let it be. It's hard to do to have those words roll off your back. We all can attest that we wake up and we've had some good days where people said holy buggers about me. They do already. But I had to raise myself up to say, what is the bigger picture here? My feelings or the Christ light within me being a reverend? What can I? They want to shine my light. They don't want me to succeed. Well, I'm going to succeed, not because I'm stubborn. It's because the sovereign being in me, the Christ light, brought me here. And God's purpose, I'm here for a reason, to guide, protect, and congregate you in your light to teach you what you are going to become. You're all light bearers. I had to stay on my task. Forget what I had to say. And I know each and every one of you can attest to that today. You all go through your demons. You all go through the dark times. What I want you to do is to remind you, stay in your sovereign being, because you're never going to make those people happy, no matter what you do. So this is what I did with my donkey of the old man. This is what the story I came up with in closing. The man got himself on that donkey and he put his grandson up there, because it was great joy, because the little boy enjoyed. It says, Grandpa, 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 can I ride that donkey? Because I love that donkey, and I named him Billy. Oh, the grandfather says, you named him Billy? You sure can walk on that donkey. Grandpa, Grandpa, when will we get there? Oh, we got another mile. But as soon as we get there, we'll have lunch. Oh, Grandpa, it's a good day that you spent with me. Let's just have fun, Grandpa. It's just you and me going out to lunch. Absolutely. So when he walked through each town, instead of taking himself off that donkey, because of the rumors and the gossip, he should have just smiled and said, nice day, isn't it? And kept walking and looked at his grandson to remind him to stay on task. And that little grandson, trust me, would smile back and say, Billy and I are having a good time, Grandpa. We're almost there, aren't we? I'm getting hungry. We certainly are, grandson. Let's just keep walking. And then he goes to the other town. Instead of not listening, he'd go back and he heard the gossip and he smiled at him saying, have a good day. Blessings be. Keep going. He goes to the third town where both of them had to get off the donkey. Instead of getting off the donkey, he's walking the donkey and he stands back and he goes to his grandson. He goes, we only got a few more 100 feet to get to that little tent so we can relax. Oh, Grandpa, I'm so happy. Thank you, Grandpa. Oh, you're welcome. And he stayed in his power of taking his grandson, and then the fourth time they didn't get off the donkey, they reached their destination with happiness, with joyfulness, and stayed in his sovereign power. Because that's what his intent was. He stayed on his intent no matter what was going around him. God's purpose is inside you. Stay on your purpose and what you need to be, where God's leading you at. That's the moral of the story. We're going to hear a bunch of stuff out there in this world right now, aren't we? We hear all kinds. We're seeing all kinds. But you're all good spiritualists. Like I said, nobody believes in Super Bowls or spiritualists. So far of my belief. But I don't mean, but I just might be that gossiper. You got to watch me. Stay on your task. God bless each and every one of you. I hope this is a good story for you to stay on your task and your dividing light, because you're awesome. And I keep saying that. I'm not just saying it. I believe it. And I believe in you. God believes in you too. Your guides believe in you. Your angel helpers believe in you. What God has created, when the angel says they were fighting down in heaven, and when Satan went down there, they were fighting over us. Do you know why they were fighting over us? Because God made us in his image. And they had to be cater to us. When I say cater, I'm talking about maybe messenger guides and different things that are coming to us that we ask and it shall be given. They're supposed to. We're in his likeness. They're unseen and we're seen. We have free will though. They're fought over us. That's how awesome we are. We have that much power. If we only believe, the power of it would be staying on task and not listening to other people. That means the angels are saying, I want to stay within the light of Christ. So what do I do to stay in my power that he has given me? I pray. That's a tool he gave me. What else has the angels given me? If I ask, it shall be given. Visions, mediumship, we don't die. See how awesome you are? That's why they were jealous of us. That's why they was bound in. That's why Satan went down there. Because they didn't want to bow down to us. And God says, these beings that I made are awesome. That's how awesome you are. That's another story. Maybe next week's sermon. God bless each and every one of you. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So be it. It's done. Amen.